Did it work? I just
Yes,
downloaded an app. I can't believe how fast I did that. Wow.
you did good and you're looking fantastic. I love
And
this bright background.
you too. And
Thank you.
this is Gwen's like little Zoom studio that she has. That's her that's her give makeup sign up there, and
I
that's like a
love it.
Harajuku thing that she's got. I'm not even quite sure.
Very good.
And then there's the branding's off a little bit here, but we'll go with
Hey,
it.
I like it. I think it's a new Blake. Who dis? Because I mean, new song coming out. Texas. Tell us about Texas. I love this.
Well, it's been a minute since I stuck my neck out there and released any music. I heard this song and was a little bit intimidated by it, honestly, as
Yes.
far as if I thought it would work for me, because it's very, very different from anything I've done. But I think that's why I kind of kept coming back to it also, because I realized I wanted to do every time I make a record, honestly, I try to kind of take a step in another direction some way. And so I kept coming back to Texas thinking, man, I have got to do that. If I'm obsessed with the song, and once we got in the studio and started making the record, that's why I don't know if you've even heard the song yet. Probably not yet, but
They won't
uh,
let me, and that's why I'm
I,
antsy
okay.
in my pants to hear it.
Well, when you do hear it, whenever you do hear it, if you pay it close enough attention, we messed with it so much. There's a hawk screaming on the track. You remember the old Clint Eastwood movie Good and Bad, the Ugly? There's that whistle in there. We put all kinds of crazy stuff on the track because we didn't want to stop playing with it until they finally said, "Hey, we really need to send this out to the folks at radio and the streamers and stuff." So that's probably the only reason we stopped playing around with it. But once we got our hands on it, we just had a blast because the song itself is so fun that we were having fun with it.
Well, see, without hearing it, I'm just thinking like your debut single, Austin, and now you're releasing Texas. I'm like, is there some sort of secret message there? You're needing to ditch Oklahoma, get to Austin,
Yeah, I
Texas.
know that somebody else said the same thing earlier. I guess I'm going to get in trouble with my home state. But where I live in Oklahoma is actually about 30 minutes from the Texas border. And
Yep.
so, everything in that area is Texas, Oklahoma anyway. So that's kind of how I
Yeah.
feel like I can get away with singing about it so much.
I love it. Well, I also love, I mean, I feel like you are always doing so many fun things with your career. Like recently, you and Posty got together and released your song. How did that whole collab come out together?
Well, I don't know how many years ago this was. It's been quite a few years ago. Post would have probably been 20 years old or 21 years old. We did a tribute to the Elvis comeback special on CBS, I think it was, and we recreated the Elvis '69 comeback special, and Post was a part of that show. He may have been 22 or something, but he was basically a brand new artist, and that was the first time I ever met him. And I remember I didn't know that much about him yet. I'd been hearing his name a lot, and he showed up to this thing, and he had on like a full, like not what I expected at all, like a full like nudie suit, like the rhinestones all over it with the pants, and I was just like, what is this guy, and
Yeah.
he knew all these Elvis songs, and he was playing. He was a hell of a guitar player, and I remember standing. I was the host of the show, and I was standing off to the side, and I saw him and Keith Urban were up there just kind of having a jam session, like holding up really everything because they were geeking out over some Elvis stuff. And I was really impressed with Post that day, just his depth of knowledge of music. And then flash forward, the next time I ever saw him was this past year at the Super Bowl. I ran into him there, and he told me that he was making a country record. And we traded phone numbers that day, and he said, "Man, we should do something," And you know how it is in this business. You trade numbers and you think, oh,
Yeah.
we'll probably never. I'll see him again in 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
And sure enough, just a few months later, I got the call that he wanted me to um, sing on his record with me, and they sent me this song, and I thought, my first thought was, damn it, I wish this was my song. Like
Yeah.
I love this song. This is right in my wheelhouse.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was very excited and I was blown away, honestly, that he wanted me to even be on the record. I mean, the Morgan Wallen and Luke Combs, all those collaborations make a ton of sense to me. I mean, those guys are the new hot guys in country music, and here I'm the guy that's been around for 150 years. So the fact that he even asked me, I was honored and surprised.
Yeah.
And then the song obviously went on to do what it did. It was a big record for Post and for me.
Yeah.
And so
I
it
love
really
it.
kind of fired me up to want to stick my neck out there, try this thing again, not just put a record out, but take a hard swing at putting a record out, which is, it includes doing all this kind of stuff. And you guys
Yeah.
taking time for me and so here I am, and I'm really excited about this song, though. I truly am.
Yes. I mean, and you're doing the Vegas residency, what, in February? Are you
Yeah.
gonna up your outfits, bedazzle your boots? Like, what are you gonna do? You got to bring it, costume wise, right?
My friend Susie, who does all my outfits, who she probably has the most boring job in the world dressing me because I wear the same thing pretty much every day. She said the same thing to me. She's like, "Please, can we do some Las Vegas looking stuff?" And I go,
Yes.
"No, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe something." Gwen gets frustrated that I even call that thing a residency because I think it's 6 shows total. It's
Yeah.
two weekends basically. She's like, "That is such bull crap." I did 62 shows when I did my residency. Yeah, that is not a residency what you're doing.
Oh, that's
But for me, that
funny.
seems like 6 shows is a lot for me.
Oh, yes. I love it. I think it counts. It counts. At least for
Okay,
promoting it, it's cool for people to look forward to it. You know what I mean?
that's right.
So exciting to talk to you, Blake. You're so awesome. New song, Texas. I am racing to listen to it like the second I get it.
Okay, good.
The
Listen for
second
the
they'll
hawk
let me.
sound when you listen to it.
Yes, I will. I'm definitely going to listen for that. All of
Okay.
the fun things. It's so
Okay.
good. All right, can we take a selfie on here? You take
Sure,
two
I've
for
never
me?
done this before. Here we go.
It's so fun.